This is my donation box. I've been putting in here things that I want people to pick up and take and do at home. I'm trying to make sure that everyone is doing social distancing. I am cleaning it several times a day with Clorox wipes so we can all try to stay safe. But if you called and said you wanted to do some cutting, I would put your stuff in here in a bag with your name on it. You would pick it up and take it, and then when you bring it back, you just simply drop it in there. Yep. Zip. Somebody's brought those all back ironed. Let's see if we put this back on there. Make sure I'm wiping it down. Well, I used to be the lead nurse for Brewton City Schools for 13 years and loved that position. Recently retired. My husband is the CEO of Escambia County Healthcare Authority, and he has notified me of the need for homemade masks, and so I knew that that was something that I could do. My mother used to be a seamstress, and she was a very good seamstress, and so she taught me a little bit about sewing. I'm not a great seamstress by any stretch of the imagination, but I thought that I could sew a straight stitch, and so that's what I decided to try to take on this project. We started out with a mask that was closed at the top, and it's the exact same design is this, but we had the filter already sewn in it and the top was closed. And I decided, after I'd looked at it a while and dreamed about it and everything else, that we needed to leave the top open. The reason we're leaving the top open is so that you can remove the filter and replace it after a while. This one has a filter already in it that I placed in there, and this one doesn't. We've got all kinds of cute little patterns and stuff. Some of them are very plain because some of them were made from materials like sheets. So you could use a sheet, you could use a man's shirt, something like that. Cotton material is what you would need. We wouldn't want to use a t-shirt material. It's too really porous. So the type of cotton that you see, and whenever you look at some cottons, they're really thin, and you want to stay away from that. So if you can see through it, you probably don't want to use that. But if you cannot see through it and still breathe through it, then that would probably be We don't want to use silks or anything like that. No nylons, anything like that. We want to try to use cotton. Okay, we've made just a very easy pattern with just a piece of cardboard. It's 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and you would put it on the fold. Now this is a pillowcase here, so you could use a pillowcase or sheets or material that you have at home or a man's shirt, and you would just take it and you would simply cut it. This and like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, and then you see you're going to have the length that you need. You need to iron that down at 3/4 of an inch. Use you some spray starch because that'll be really great to use whenever you're ironing it. It'll make it stay down well to sew it. You do that, and then the next step is using a pipe cleaner. You fold it in half like that, okay? So you take your pipe cleaner, you put it in the middle of one of those folds that we've made at the top that we've ironed down, and you just roll it down simply like that. And then you sew along this edge right here. This other edge you see has been ironed down as well. And that edge, if you would sew that down, you can roll it, or if you have a zigzag on your machine, you could zigzag it. The reason we want to zigzag it is to keep the fabric from raveling. The pipe cleaner is used to make the fold at the top of your face. It keeps the air from coming down into your mask, but also for those of us that wear glasses, it doesn't allow your glasses to get fogged up by having something tight to your nose. Okay. Just a pocket. That's what it's going to look like. And right here you've noticed I've got 2 pieces of elastic. Well, the person that sewed this one for me did a really great job because they have sewn it inside. That's not necessary if you're a really great seamstress. You can sew it inside and you know exactly what you're doing. But if you don't, you can just sew the elastic a little bit on each of the outside pieces on the top and the bottom of the pocket. You need to cut like a 6.5 inches for each piece of elastic. You're going to need 2. And 6.5 inches will do for a regular adult. And if it's a man or a lady with a larger face, you would need to do 7 inches for those pieces of elastic. It's done. You can see that these pleats are pinned down right here. Pinning pleats is sometimes a little bit tricky, and especially when you already have your elastic on there, it's going to make it a little bit tricky there. But it's not really that hard. You just take your fingers, put it under there like this, and then you're going to roll it up a little bit. So see on the side, it's pinned. They don't have to be perfect. You're going to need 3 pleats in it to make it more full for the face. But see, it's tight to the face. It's tight on the sides and tight under here. So that's what you want to do. You want to get a very occlusive fit to your face. They're about $16 a piece, but we can get several masks out of this. The reason I like this is because it has a 1500 filtration level. It's called MPR rating of 1500. You want to get something that's 1500 or higher because, as you can see on here, it says that it will filter out viruses. That's really important. There is also another rating called a MERV rating. I've learned a lot since I've been doing this. A MERV rating of 1300 or higher, and so you need to look, if you're looking for an air conditioner filter, you need to look for a MERV rate of 13 or higher. Now when you're taking these out, it's kind of difficult because this wire is attached to it, and you got to be real gentle when you're removing the wire from the fabric so that you're not tearing holes in it. So what you can do to help us is you can donate materials like cotton fabric, you can donate pipe cleaners, thread, you can donate air conditioner filters, you can donate elastic. I think those are all the materials that we're using, but mostly what I really need is you can donate your time, and you don't have to be a seamstress, but we have people that are sewing. Which is great, and I do need that desperately, but we have people that are cutting for me, we have people that are ironing for me, and we have some people that are just doing those pinning of the pleats. So it takes many, many hands to do all of this, and these are the little bags I'm making up, and there have been even children that have helped sort these bags. And so inside the bags it has the 10 pieces of material to make 10 masks. And then these go to the sewers, and they sew and make the pockets, and then they come back, and then we're pleating them. So I've got other people that are pleating them, and then we're sewing them down, and then they're ready to be put the filter in and go. So please, please help. I'm sure you can do a great job at anything you choose. You can call me. I prefer you to text me and put your name in the text so I'll know who I'm calling back. But my name is, again, Robin Griffin. And my phone number is 251-363-5941. Thank you.